think the simplest way is everybody's version of what happened or is what is happening or where their obstacles are is true to them. And so as a coach, if I'm just taking the words face value, it has to be true to me. And so what I find with complementing Cloverleaf, knowing like more the dynamics of the people around them, I find it's so much easier to say, how do we want to adjust our styles to show up differently? Or how do we want to invite them? If somebody feels better having an agenda and being more prepared, how is my client giving them the time and space to make sure that they can show up their best self and confident? But if somebody is actually all about trust, I'm like, are you walking down the hall and asking how they're doing? Like, ask them about their family. So for me, I find it's so much easier as a coach when I'm giving relevant advice to the people around them and not just listening to the words that the client shares for their scenario as the only truth. So that's kind of, for me, it makes me like as if I'm in the room knowing all the personalities, even though I'm really hired to help one person or one team. The story that Cloverleaf always shares, people are complicated. And if you have more curiosity than judgment over the people, you tend to work better together, which means people that work better together get better results. So I just think Cloverleaf makes it not a confrontational situation to have differences, but more of a thirst for curiosity of how they work. And then it's not a difficult thing to confront when the words are said about the person in such a clean way. And you're like, this is why we need to do this, a different way.
The curiosity versus confrontation component. Is there anything that you would want to speak to that dynamic and how people approach each other? Have you noticed any shifts or changes?
Yes, I have. There was a lot of mistrust or feeling like it's sort of an us and them because we're two different brands, or we're us and them if we're sales and operations. We have different agendas. There's some friction. And as Cloverleaf and Marcy in particular has helped us to see that people are people and we need to work together. The course, like I mentioned, is Respected Leaders course. So respect is part of our values, part of our mission. We actually want to be the most respected supplier. And by having Cloverleaf, it helps us to live that by coming at respect, not judgment, and understanding that we each have a different way that our brain thinks, that we value the diversity. That's the other thing I think is really important. We're not trying to cookie cutter everybody into being the same. A D tends to be at the top doing things, maybe. I'm not a D, but I still have value and I still can have a career here. So that's what I want to make sure everyone in our organization knows, that they can have a long career no matter what their style is or how they get things done, that we respect the differences.